I love niche fragrances, but they can be a bit expensive. So today I'm reviewing fragrances from popular niche brands and deciding whether or not they're worth purchasing a full bottle of. And today we have fragrances from Creed, Initio, and Kilian. So if you're interested in seeing if some of the most popular fragrances from each of those brands is truly worth the price tag, then you're going to want to stick around for this one. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody is doing well. My name is Ty, and here I primarily talk about fragrances, but we also sprinkle in some fashion and lifestyle content as well. So the primary purpose is to help you show up as your best self consistently. That's day in, day out, by looking good, smelling good, and of course, feeling good. Y'all know the vibes, man. So do me a favor, if you're interested in those type of videos or that type of content, consider subscribing below, then make sure you hit the bell so you can stay notified anytime I post any new content. Okay, y'all, we have a total of 4 fragrances we're going to jump into today. We're getting things kicked off with this first one here from Kilian, and it's Apple Brandy On the Rocks. And this one here, of course, comes from their On the Rocks collection, which features fragrances like Old Fashioned. That's one of their more recent releases. And then, of course, one of the most highly hyped highly sought after fragrances, within the fragrance community, you have Angel Share. That's also part of this collection. But this one here, I feel like isn't talked about as often. And it's actually one that, when I first smelled, I think in Nordstrom a few years back, I was very impressed with. It's one that I really enjoy. And of all the ones I've smelled thus far, actually was my most favorite. And part of the reason why is because of its versatility and wearability. So get this on a tester strip, and I have worn this a few times already, so I'm pretty familiar with it, but just want to relive the opening because it's really good. So essentially what you get with this one, y'all, you get this Apple Brandy On the Rocks Accord. That's what they call it, at least if you look it up on Kilian's website. But it's really a blend of, tart, fresh, slightly sweet fruits. So you get, of course, apple in here, but you also get pineapple. You get some cardamom in the background that gives, a nice, light, sweet spice. And then you get, of course, the boozy aspect, right? It's brandy, but I think it's actually rum that's within this fragrance that kind of... Yeah, so essentially what you're getting with this one, y'all, is this tart, but sweet and fresh opening from the fruits, followed by this fresh boozy accord. I say that because, again, it doesn't go too deep or too dark. And then it's rounded out by some oak moss, some vanilla, and some cedar in the base. Really a very well-rounded fragrance, one that's extremely versatile, and for that reason, again, I definitely enjoy it, and it's one I do plan to pick up and add to the collection. Probably going to wait till I can find it for a good price on discounters, but all in all, I feel like it checks all the boxes. It has that niche quality, that niche DNA, but it's still easy to wear, easy to pull off, and one that others will enjoy. So for that reason, Kilian's Apple Brandy On the Rocks gets the check for me. Okay, y'all, this next one was a love at first sniff for me, which is really rare. When I smelled this one in the store, I literally almost picked it up on the spot. I didn't. Ended up picking up a sample just to make sure I loved it. And spoiler alert, I do. And this one is none other than Initio's Blessed Baraka. Man, oh man, this one here, y'all. Just getting on the tester strip just because I want to smell it. It's a little too warm outside to wear something like this today, but man. Smells so good, y'all. If you've never smelled this and you like amber, you're a person that really enjoys amber fragrances, or you like things like MFK's Grand Soir, or like I said, any amber, fragrance that you may enjoy, I would highly suggest you get your nose on this one because relatively simplistic breakdown, but the star of the show to me is the amber in here. You do get some sandalwood and some vanilla as well. In the far dry down, you get some musk that's slightly animalic, or has a little something to it for sure. But this one is so warm, so inviting, so alluring, just perfect for the fall and wintertime, cooler weather. Very seductive fragrance, one that's great for nights out or date nights or intimate situations. Just amazing, y'all. Like I said, one of the few fragrances that when I smelled it on the spot, I almost literally bought it at full retail. Like I said, I didn't. Trying to, stick to my rules here, but picked up the sample and, like I said, confirmed the love that I have for this one. So definitely will be picking this one up. And that's Initio's Blessed Baraka. Hey y'all, just 2 fragrances left. They're both from the House of Creed. This first one we have here is called Centaurus, one of their newer releases from their Amber collection. They released 2 fragrances. to kind of go along with that. But this one here, again, focused on amber, so similar to, you know, Blessed Baraka in that, you know, standpoint. But this one, much more complex. You have cinnamon, cardamom, so you get this spicy component. There's also tobacco in here. Then you also have some florals in the mid. There's just a lot more going on with this one, for sure. In the dry down, you do get that vanilla and I think tonka bean as well, so you have some warmth and sweetness in addition to that amber. But all in all, y'all, this one is amber focused, but very complex. I do enjoy it. I think it's relatively easy to wear, even though it has this, of course, niche quality and niche DNA. I think it's still somewhat familiar to an extent, right? Kind of that warm, fresh spice, but like I said, it has this additional layer of sort of, you know, intrigue with the tobacco and the florals. But all in all, this is a very good fragrance. If I found it for the right price, I would purchase it, but it's very, very expensive. And the next fragrance I have on this list, also from Creed, also expensive, I prefer a little bit more. So good fragrance, would purchase it for the right price, but not a must buy for me. And this one is Creed Centaurus. Okay, y'all, and last but not least, again, another one from Creed, but this is the other amber fragrance that they recently released. This one's called Delphinus. And man, oh man, this one here, y'all, you can tell, like I said, relatively new sample, but pretty much all the way through it. I'll waste the spray here for y'all just because I love it so much. This one here is, it's literally everything I love. So it's florals, you get, I think, heliotrope, I think orris is in here, maybe other florals as well, but then you also get, of course, the resinous side, you get amber, you get some warmth, you get vanilla, you get tonka, and then you have almond as well, which gives, of course, that nutty, sort of creamy feel. What this smells like to me though, y'all, to make it a little bit more simple, because again, a lot of notes, a lot of things going on here. It gives me that cherry almond vanilla vibe from fragrances like Guerlain's L'Homme IDL EDP. A fragrance I do enjoy, but I think in that one there's some rosemary, or there's something in the opening that's a little herbal that I don't love. I like it in the dry down, but like I said, I don't love the opening of that one. This one here, like I said, is just smooth. Smooth as smooth can be from start to finish. I just love this one from opening, like I said, to the minute that it's all gone. So yeah, needless to say, this is one I'm definitely going to pick up. Very expensive, so again, I'm going to have to be strategic, find it for a good price at a discounter. But man, oh man, this is a great fragrance. It's one that, like I said, I'm absolutely in love with. Just that cherry almond vanilla vibe, even though no cherry or no fruit is listed. Definitely get that vibe of some sort of fruity sweetness. So this is Delphinus, one that I'll definitely pick up, and to me, one that's definitely worth the money. So let me know in the comments below if you've tried any of these fragrances, what are your thoughts on them, or what other fragrances are you currently sampling and thinking about picking up.